You paid a lot for it, but if you get into an accident, was that luxury car worth the money in terms of safety? Tonight, Dateline has the exclusive results of how two large luxury cars performed in two very tough crash tests. Here's Chief Consumer Correspondent Lee Thompson with a Dateline Consumer Alert.
For most people, driving through an intersection or cruising down the road as cars whiz by on the other side of that yellow line is so routine they rarely give it a second thought. But that routine can turn tragic in just an instant.
The two main collision types producing deaths and serious injuries are front and side crashes.
Brian O'Neill says that's why the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, a nonprofit group funded by insurance companies looking to improve vehicle safety and reduce claims, designed two very demanding front and side crash tests. Tonight, the exclusive results for a pair of luxury cars, the $49,000 2005 Audi A6 and the $40,000 2006 Infiniti M35. Like all cars, they meet federal safety standards. Now both are offering new designs, and the manufacturers commissioned the Institute to put them to its test. Let's look at the frontal crashes first. The Infiniti M35 simulates what might happen if two cars of the same weight traveling at 40 miles per hour crash into each other off-center.
The crumple zone has done its job because the compartment, which is strong, has resisted intrusion. In fact, there's virtually no intrusion inside this compartment. So this was an exemplary performer.
The M35 is rated good and earns the Institute's highest honor, Best Pick. Now let's look at the Audi A6. Although the driver dummy records forces that could cause a minor leg injury, O'Neill says it's not serious, so it too is rated good and a Best Pick. But the much tougher test is still ahead. It simulates what might happen if an SUV were to slam into the side of a car at 31 miles per hour. The higher front end of the SUV puts your head at risk.
Head injuries account for about half the deaths in serious side impact crashes.
O'Neill says a car can't pass his side test unless it has a good structure and side airbags that protect the head. Unlike most cars, in the Infiniti M35, those airbags are standard equipment, and watch how important they are. Although the head gets good protection, O'Neill says the side of the Infiniti collapses a little too much.
There's a possibility that a person might get some rib injuries in the crash. It's still a good performer, but it doesn't quite make a Best Pick.
So the M35, which is a Best Pick in the frontal test, gets a good rating in the side test. Here's the Audi A6. The Institute finds it has a good structure. Side airbags are standard equipment as well.
The injury measures on the driver dummy were good. The injury measures on the rear dummy were also good. And that's because this curtain here protected the head of both dummies, and this bag here protected the torso body region.
The Audi A6 is one of the very few cars the Institute calls a double Best Pick. It gets a good and a Best Pick in both the side and the front tests. These cars are the beginning of what O'Neill hopes is a new generation of vehicles that does well in his test hall and in the real world.
We're going to see good performance across the board, I think, as all of the vehicles get redesigned, and that will be in the next few years.
How did your car do in the Insurance Institute tests? You can find out on our website. The address is dateline.msnbc.com.